Okay, you did it. You did all the right things. You built the career, you hit the milestones, and still, for whatever reason, something still feels off. This is the Sallie Ogden Show, and it's for people who've built careers, businesses, and lives that look good from the outside and still feel a little lost on the inside. I'm Sallie Ogden, and I am not your guru on a mountain. I'm just a woman who has walked through it, corporate, entrepreneurship, burnout, transformation, and I came out on the other side with some hard-won wisdom I wish someone had given me at 25. So each episode, we're going to sit with one big question, the kind that takes you from lost to aware, from exposed to empowered, and hopefully, finally free. Because self-trust is the foundation. And when you come home to yourself, well, everything else follows. So let's get in. I've thought so long and hard about starting this podcast. I have delayed it. I have come up with excuses and reasons why it didn't work in my life right now. And frankly, I had no idea how I was going to start until I read a book earlier today. And sometimes it just hits you. All I needed to say is that I'm not here to share about being perfect. In fact, what I want to start by saying is that I have gotten it wrong more times than I've gotten it right. And yet I'm still here. So I have survived 100% of my bad days, as my AA sponsor constantly reminds me. Don't worry, we'll get to that story later on. But I've survived. And you have too. You're still here, standing, trying, going forward. But maybe there's something of your own that's been sitting on the sidelines, kind of like this podcast has been for me. Because I had this feeling, this calling, this desire to start this, kind of the seed that was planted within me more than 5 years ago. That's how desperately I did not want to do this. Or frankly, not listen to that part of myself that said, you have something to say. You have something to share. And I doubted it for so long because I was worried about what other people would think. And frankly, what I know to be true now as I get older is what other people think of me is none of my business. What is my business is becoming the best version of myself that I could possibly be and fighting as hard as I can to be that person and realizing that if this is what I'm called to do for some crazy and wild reason that I cannot currently explain, then I just need to follow it. And I need to share so that you get to receive whatever it is that you're meant to receive as a result of me going through this too. So we're going to share the journey together, and we're going to talk about all of the crazy things that get in our way, and we're going to hopefully overcome those together because it is hard and it can be lonely, but we don't have to do it alone. And my responsibility is just to show up and be as wholeheartedly authentic and vulnerable as I could possibly stand to be so that you can hopefully have the courage to do the same, that you can watch just how incredibly scary this whole experiment is and know that you'll survive too. So here goes my attempt at being wholehearted and authentic, showing up without all of the armor that has protected me, frankly, my whole life, without that layer of trying to be perfect, It feels very raw and scary. Frankly, it feels like the hardest thing I've ever had to do, which is probably why I've put it off for 5 years. It feels harder than the bar exam. It feels harder than facing my husband's infidelity after 18 years. It feels harder than getting sober. So this is the journey of self-actualization, though. No one said it was going to be easy. Everyone just says at the end of the day, it's worth it. So let's see together. Is it worth it? So bear with me if I am disjointed, if I mess up, I'm rambling. I am literally doing the very best that I can just to show up. And I feel like a lot of you can relate to that too. And I hope that you won't let it stop you either. And I'm going to follow this thing that I feel like for some crazy reason I am meant to do, what my soul is telling me I need to be doing. So here goes. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of The Sallie Ogden Show. I will see you next time.